So we painted this piece of furniture when it was still warm and sunny in July. It's been in my shop ever since and hasn't sold. We don't like to repaint furniture, but sometimes things don't sell and it's a necessary evil. We're going to show you how we transformed this dresser that hasn't sold since July using raised stencils and a new paint job.
When we originally did the paint pour on this, it was fairly thick, and there are some ridges where all of these variations in color are. So what we're going to do is sand that down because we don't want that necessarily to be in the new paint job. I'm not going to sand it down all the way, but just enough to smooth that out so it doesn't have the big ridges in there.
So don't tell my mom I'm sitting on the counter. It's like one of her biggest faux pas. But I didn't know how I was gonna do this and show you because I'm short. So this is what we're doing. So on the dresser drawer, I have taped our JRV vine stencil. These are custom designed by me, made for signs as well as furniture refinishing. They're nice and thick, which makes them perfect for stenciling, but also for using them as raised stencils. So I'm using my DAP patch and paint lightweight spackle. All this is going to do is going to give us a raised stencil that once it's dry we can paint over. I've got my flat putty knife here. I'm going to apply it with that. So now I'm just going over it and smoothing out my putty, making sure that it's filled in all the areas. So it doesn't have to be perfect. When it's dry, we can smooth out any ridges or raised areas that we're not happy with. Now that this is on here, we're gonna take it off and we're gonna flip the stencil and do the opposite side of the drawer. Okay, so we're gonna tape this on here. But you need to be careful because this side, Zeb's going to be smushing it there. This side is still kind of wet because it's not set up yet.
If you're worried about it, you could wait for it to dry, but that just means an extra day of waiting. So we're just going to be careful.
Okay, so we're not redoing the laurel wreath obviously in the middle, so we're going to start here and just continue the pattern on. The nice thing about this vine is you can take off or add as much as you need to fill your drawer space. If you didn't need this little part here because your dresser drawer was shorter, you could simply cut that off. If you needed a continuation, you could keep going with extra parts of this. Whether you're doing a raised stencil or a regular stencil, it will work out. And it's okay if it's not perfect because we're not going for perfection here. If you are, it might take you a little bit longer to get it done. So our next step is going to be to let this dry overnight, then we'll come back. We might lightly sand it just to knock down a few of the high points, maybe not, haven't decided, and then we'll get it painted.
The raised stencil has been sitting out here for a day. It's nice and dry. We're ready for paint now. I'm gonna go ahead and use DIY White Swan on it, and then we'll distress it, and I think Jamie has plans of adding dark wax for the details. I'm not sure, but we'll see. You'll notice I'm flipping these drawers upside down. That way I don't get overspray in the drawer, and I can still get all the edges. The dresser's dry. I've got 220 grit loaded up on my random orbital sander, and the purple is going to come back through, the original purple that was on the dresser. Now that it's white, I can see all the spots. I didn't sand the cracks good enough, but that's okay. I think that's going to give us some fun highs and lows. I don't want to sand the detail out of this drawer. It's kind of hard to see now that it's all white. Once we wax it, you'll be able to see it really good, but I'm going to go carefully around the edges on this drawer. I'm going to give the whole thing a quick coat with Sweet Pickins top coat. If you guys have been following along, we've been doing this a lot lately. We love to spray these dressers unless we're worried they're going to have bleed through, and then we wax them.
While we're waiting on that to dry, we are going to refresh the knobs too. Those mirrored ones were a little bit fancy. So we're using the Iron Orchid Designs knobs. You can pick these up at jamirayvintage.com. They're great because they have a riveted base on the bottom They also have a routed edge, so it gives it a nice pretty detail instead of just those standard wooden knobs that you can pick up cheap. And I'm going to go ahead and put 1 coat of white swan all over these knobs. Once they're dry, then we'll go ahead and stamp them with the Flexi Stamper.
Jami is second coating the knobs, and I am cleaning the mirror off. You'll notice when we got started, I did not tape the mirror off. I don't like taping them off. It takes a long time. I always have to scrape afterwards anyway.
He breaks them.
I break the mirrors if I take them out more times than not.
They either fall over if they're leaning up against the garage door. We have a video. Comment below if you've seen that one. And then, or when he's putting them back in and he's stapling the backer on, then they break then. We have a really good relationship with our window and glass guy because we have broken a lot. I like the sound. Yeah. So to do these knobs, I'm gonna have Zeb do them because he is a much better stamper than I am. It's true. Flexi Stamper, knob topper stamps, and we're gonna be using our brayer and our stone gray ink. When you're using stamps, if you want a really crisp image, then ink is your go-to. If you're not worried about super detailed, then paint will work just great. Something to keep in mind because sometimes people try to use paint, it doesn't get as crisp, and then they get a little frustrated.
Also to note, if you want it to be really, really crisp with ink, you probably want to be using a stamp pad. The brayer is going to put a lot of ink on there.
And we have stamp pads at jamirayvintage.com on their way to us right now, brand new. So we're going to be using the rose stamp right here. Because we've got the white raised part on the white background, you can't really see all this detail. Zeb went ahead and made sure that we've got a good amount of top coat on here and we're ready to use DIY black wax. I'm gonna put some on my little wax brush here. Doesn't take much. This will make all that detail pop. So I'm just gonna kind of go over it with the black wax. Making sure to get against all the edges because that's where it's gonna stick. Now I'm gonna use my lint-free rag and wipe back. So rubbing it off wasn't taking enough off for me. So I'm just gonna be using my magic eraser, and because I already sealed it, I can come back and pull a lot of this off of here. We've removed most of the black wax with the magic eraser, but it's still a little bit more than I wanted. So I'm coming back through with clear wax. And what that does is it pulls back some of that dark wax. Now look at the difference between this one and that one just by using the clear wax. So if you're going to want a clean black or dark wax look, this is the way to do it. It's a few extra steps, but it'll really save you from having a piece that looks muddy or dirty.
It wasn't a whole lot of effort to update this, a quick coat of white paint, and then Jami did the raised stencil on the drawer. What took a while was waiting for things to dry in the winter, but now that it's done, I think it'll be a quick sell.
If you want to pick up the products we used, go to jamirayvintage.com. We use DIY White Swan, Sweet Pickins Top Coat, DIY Clear Wax, DIY Black Wax. We used our JRV Vine Stencil, as well as our Knob Toppers, Flexi Stamp, and our Stone Gray Ink and Brayer from IOD. All those can be found on our website, and we hope that if you're using the products that we're using, tag us at Jami Ray Vintage on Instagram, or hashtag Jami Ray Vintage, or even hashtag JRV Stencils. We'd love to see what you're doing and share it on our social media.
If you like this video, don't forget to share it.
If you're a furniture refinisher, you just want to know how to decorate your home, be sure to check out our channel membership we just launched in the last few weeks. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.